Today we will discuss how SAP S/4HANA evolved. What are the reasons why they have developed and simplified the processes in finance. So as we all know that to post a single transaction in ECC, it has to update many tables in the background. To update header data, it uses PKPF. For line item, it uses BSEG. And for index tables, PSIS, Flagel Flexa for totals table. So like this, it has to update many tables. And when we have to generate the reporting, it has to pull the information from each and every table, and it has to display the report. So this is one of the major problems in ECC, and it is very time consuming to generate the reports. So if it is available in the single table, so it is very easy to pull up the data and the system performance will be better. In ECC, we use the databases like Oracle, Sybase, SQL, which were developed 30 years back, and also they follow the concept of storing the data in hard disk. If we see, normally the data will be stored in two ways. One is hard disk and other is RAM. And also in ECC, and also there are many components in SAP. So the main components are FI, CO, COPA, asset accounting. So each and every component uses its own table in ECC. So as the components are independent, we can say that whatever we update in FI sometimes may not update in CO or may not update in COPA. So this will cause reconciliation issues. So because of this, at the month end and year end, there are many activities which needs to be performed. So as a functional consultant, if we want to generate a new custom report, we need to write the functional specifications, where we need to pick the data from different tables, which actually is a complex job. So the data means the data, the way it stores now is a challenge in ECC, that is like data model. This is one issue when we talk in ECC. So the way the data stored in tables is causing the issue. That might be the speed, or that might be the memory, and also there is a slower closure. So as an functional consultant, we know that every month end there will be activities performed by business users where they have to close their accounts. So as there are lots of reconciliation issues, there might be late in closing the accounts, because mainly this is due to the reconciliation problems. So if we ask end users what is the issue in closing the books on time, they explain that the FI and reconciliation is not properly reconciled, or there are many manual entries which we need to post to make the accounts reconciled. So there are many issues with the existing things. As of now, if we see the SAP screens are too complex. If we see, there are lots of fields where if we want to give training to the new users, the screens are very much complex, and um, it is becoming very tedious job for them even to remember all the processes. So even they have simplified the SAP screens for end users. And the next challenge is if the companies are interested in implementing SAP, but as it includes huge hardware cost, um, because they need to set up the hardware in their premises. So all this setup might include heavy costs. So some of the customers are preferring to the systems which provides on clouds, which will have less cost for their systems. So even SAP in have provided the cloud basis in SAP S/4HANA to attract this kind of customers. So if we see SAP ERP has different components outside of the SAP ERP system, which are CRM, SEM, SRM, PLM. These are all not inside the ERP, they are outside the ERP, which are additional components. So in SAP ERP, it is like FI, CO, asset accounting, MM, PP. So like this, and all these components are included in ERP. But why they have developed these components outside ERP, not within the ERP system? Let us see that. Why they have this SRM, PLM, SEM, CRM as separate components? Why not in SAP ERP? So one reason is that SEM, CRM, SRM or PLM can be used individually. These components can be used individually by the customers. And the second reason is, if they include these components again into SAP ERP system, already we have seen there are a lot of issues with the performance in SAP ERP. If we load even these components into SAP ERP, even the system becomes worst in the terms of performance. So as discussed before, the main reason for performance issues is the data storage, and that means the same data being stored in different tables, and the huge data which is compiled all over the years are storing in the same hardware. So there are many factors which coincides for the performance issues. Let us move on understanding what are different factors which is affecting the performance. So there are different challenges challenges in ECC. From IT perspective and also from business users perspective. So let us understand the challenges in SAP from each team's perspective. From IT team, what might be the challenges, and from the business users, what are the existing challenges in ECC. So how they overcome all those problems in SAP S/4HANA. So if you understand this, we will easily understood why they have implemented this simple finance and enhanced with SAP S/4HANA. So from IT perspective, the first challenge is big data. So from this, what we understand, even a normal person nowadays is having GBs of data in their phones when compared to olden days. So likewise, even in SAP, we know day by day how much data is getting accumulated with the transactions which are getting posted. That too, each transaction is getting updated in many tables, which increases the memory of the data. So even if we compare the same thing with the example in SAP, in olden days, we know that SAP is used by large companies, and now we know that even a small company can offer for SAP because of cloud systems. Okay, that is, we will talk it later. So what is the challenge? Before, it was like only large companies were using SAP, and that too the companies will be selling in bulk quantities to the customers. So even though they are selling large number of quantities, the sales orders will be minimum, because each sales order will have thousands of quantities sold. So before, the situation is totally different. Even though they are selling in bulk, the sales order might be different, but nowadays we know that there is every company, every manufacturing company or everything is online. So even manufacturing companies can directly sell to the retailers. So if they are placing a single order for single quantity, even that needs to be processed, and that needs to be delivered to the customer. So if you understand from this point of view, how many sales orders get created in SAP, and like how many tables have to be updated if it is same as ECC. So the memory will get accumulated here. So the performance will get affected. So that is the main reason they have created this universal general table SCDOCA, where all the information will be stored in a single table, which helps in improving the performance. So now that is this is important, like in this huge data, which data is important. They have to filter which data is important. I need to segregate the important data from this huge data. The next point is Internet of Things. Internet of Things, which is nothing but automation. I think many of you might have heard about automation. So a process will be automated. Recently I heard that in few companies they have implemented GR process automation. That means whenever the goods was received through sensors, it will scan the receipt and the goods receipt gets automatically posted against that particular purchase order. So all these things are happening. Why do you think automation will be a big challenge for the IT team? Like every company nowadays are trying to maximize the processes through automation. So even when the client tries to automate the process, in the background IT team needs to work and have to meet the requirements of the client. So it will be a challenging task even for IT team to achieve those processes. As we see, other than SAP, there are SEM, CRM, PLM, SRM, means like outside components. So for maintaining the outside components, definitely there will be different servers required. So there will be huge cost for server maintenance. Multiple servers. There is another integrated process which we use for extracting data through BW, that is ETL system. It is nothing but extracting the data from ECC, transform the data and load the data to BW. So that means as of now we can generate normal reports in ECC, but we cannot generate graphical reports in ECC. So if we want graphical reports, we need to generate it in BW. So in order to generate it in BW, we need to transfer data from ECC. First we need to extract the data from ECC and transform it as required, which the data shoots to BW. Then we have to load it to BW. Then only we can generate the reports in BW. So even with this process, we cannot get the up-to-date reports from BW. So all the time, even though the background jobs runs and everything happens, but immediately if they want up-to-date data on that particular minute, definitely they can't get that data. They have to wait. So these are all few challenges even for business, and even IT have to do all the work which needs to be done from ECC to BW. This is one more challenge. So in order to maintain all these systems, like multiple servers for different components, and to maintain the different BW systems, so for extracting, for transforming and loading the data, we have to use maybe different systems. So this and all involves huge hardware cost. So these are all a few IT challenges with this SAP ECC, with the existing SAP ECC. So they will consider all these problems when developing the new system, that is SAP S/4HANA. Okay, now let us see what are all the business users problems as of now in ECC. Business users. So the main challenge for business users is the complex screens which they use in present system. If they want to understand, if they want to understand the current system, it was complex, and the process was complex, and the screens, and as there are many fields in the screens, it was taking a long time for the business to train one person. So the first point is complex screens. Second point, slower transaction processing. So slow process. As we discussed, the speed of the system is a problem in ECC. Because of that, it takes long time to process the transaction. Speed issue. And also they cannot generate the reports fastly, because it has to collect the data from different tables. Slow process. And the next one is slow process and slow reporting. Outdated reporting, as we discussed in the ETL BW process. If they want to see the reports in BW or in the graphical format, definitely they were seeing the data of outdated one. Outdated means maybe even it might be 1 day late, or 1 week late, or 1 month late. Depends on the data, how frequently they extract from ECC to BW. So even the data of the reports might be outdated. And also reconciliation. There is a problem, as we discussed even before, as all the components are not integrated, there will be issue in the reconciliation of the data. Maybe if we post to FI, that might not be transferred to CO. If they post in CO, that might not be transferred to FI. They have to do many period end activities or many activities to make the data reconcile between all the components. So there are like this, these are the major issues which business was facing. So they have to keep in mind while developing the new application and need to rectify all these problems. So and also in SAP S4HANA they have developed simple screens with the minimal required data, or they have developed the Fiori app, which will be very much convenient for users even to work on their phones or iPads, whatever it might be. It is user friendly and the data in the screen became very simple. So for this they have used the SAP Fiori app. So SAP Fiori app. So if we move on to the next advantage or benefit in SAP S4HANA, it is the reconciliations. So how these reconciliations are performed in SAP S4HANA. So as we discussed, FICO, COPA, material, these are all different components in ECC. But what happened in SAP S4HANA? These were linked within the module. So SAP S4HANA is integrated with all the components and it made the process very simple. It is a simplified processes. So major changes were done in asset accounting and few changes in few of the modules. So because of these reasons, there is no reconciliation issue. Whenever we post the data in FI, that will be automatically transferred to CO. When they post in CO, that will be automatically posted to FI. So they have even corrected this problem in SAP S4HANA. And the last one is choice. And the other option, another thing, important benefit of S4HANA is the choice of deployment. So before we discussed, like there were huge costs involved in implementing the SAP system because there are multiple servers which is required for the business to run perfectly. But in SAP S4HANA they have provided the cloud system and also this on-premise system. So because of the cloud system, even small organizations can be interested in implementing the SAP. So the main advantage of SAP S4HANA in choice of deployment is even small companies can use SAP means like can implement SAP in their companies as they provide cloud-based support. So which costs less compared to on-premise systems. So these are the few benefits from SAP S4HANA. So we will learn more in further. So we have discussed what are the benefits of SAP S/4HANA. So mostly the benefit of S/4HANA is the performance, the improvement in performance, and also the simplicity of screens, and the reconciled processes, the processes are simplified, and also the reduce in cost for the companies in related to hardware. Okay, so we know that through S/4HANA the performance is improved and the speed of generating the reports was improved. How it was improved? By using what things they have improved this. So as we all now understand that before they were using traditional databases, now they have developed their own SAP HANA database. So for SAP S/4HANA, it is mandatory to use SAP HANA database. The older databases will not work with SAP S/4HANA. So HANA database was totally designed to the modern processes, so which helps in improving the speed. We will see how they have, with what things they have improved the performance by using this HANA database. So the most important thing we need to remember is the SAP HANA database has improved. Do you think is there any difference between SAP S/4HANA and SAP HANA? SAP S/4HANA is an application. SAP HANA is a database. Means backend. We will post transactions, right? We will post transactions. All the data get stored in database. This is a front end screen. This is front end. Whatever the screens we see, that is application, front end and back end. So normally there will be a great confusion, is that there is only SAP S/4HANA. It is not SAP HANA. SAP HANA is a database. SAP S/4HANA is an application. Let us understand in more detail about this SAP HANA database and SAP S/4HANA. So it is very important to understand what is a database and what is an application. So database is an back-end system and application is an front-end system. If you see, I think now you have understand, SAP S/4HANA only uses SAP S/4HANA only uses SAP HANA as database. no other databases can be used in S4 HANA. Earlier in ECC, you can see they were using Oracle, Sybase, SQL, etc. as ECC databases. But in SAP S4 HANA, only HANA database is supported. Only these are all third-party databases. Not from SAP. But now SAP has developed their own database, which is SAP HANA database. So now let us see what are the versions in SAP S4 HANA. Versions in SAP S4 HANA. So in ECC, do you know what are the versions? In ECC, it is 6.0. I have last worked on EHP 7. Maybe I am not sure. Maybe EHP 8 might be the last version. I'm not really sure, but in SAP S4 HANA, what are the versions? It was initially started in 2015 in the month of November. So it is 15.11. Then in next version was released on 2016 October 16.10, and then in 2017 they released in September. It is 17.09, and then they followed releasing the newer versions in September 18.09. Now 19.09. I don't know about 2020 whether they have released or not. So as of now, as per my knowledge, these are the versions available in SAP S4 HANA. So whenever in the interview they ask which version you are working in SAP S4 HANA, you should be one of these versions. So one more point to cover, mainly on SAP HANA database. We can use SAP HANA database even on ECC. So SAP HANA database was released before SAP HANA database released before SAP HANA S4 HANA, released before S4 HANA. So they started using SAP HANA database even on ECC, EHP 7 or EHP 8. if people are working on EHP 7 or EHP 8 having SAP HANA as the database, it doesn't mean that they are working on SAP S4 HANA. SAP S4 HANA is totally different from ECC, but they are just using the database, they are not using the application. So if people say that they are working on SAP S4 HANA, they need to work on application, not only on the database. If they are working on SAP S4 HANA application, definitely the database is SAP HANA database. So then only they can say they are working on SAP S4 HANA. If that only the database is HANA database and they are working on ECC, then it is not like they are working on SAP S4 HANA. These are all the main differences which we need to know about SAP S4. We heard only few tables in SAP S4 HANA. If we see the main table which we use in SAP AC Doc 8, the single table always people say when we talk about SAP S4 Finance is AC Doc 8. So if we only use SAP HANA as a database, this table will not be included in the HANA database. If we listen carefully, like if we are using only SAP HANA as a database and the application is SAP ECC, in ECC AC Doc A is not available. In ECC whatever tables are available, the same tables will be available as an application. The database will not change. Database will be used only to store the information, that's it. It doesn't change anything in the application. So AC Doc 8 table is available only in SAP S4 HANA. Even though we use only SAP HANA database through ECC, AC Doc 8 table is not. So only the tables which we are using in ECC is available in ECC, not the new tables which were in SAP S4 HANA will not be available in ECC if they use SAP HANA database. So this is the small thing just we need to understand. These are the few little bit confusions about the database and the SAP S4 application. So normally there will be lot of confusion. What is SAP HANA and what is SAP S4 HANA? So we need to clearly understand what is SAP S4 HANA. Now let us understand how if we use, how by using SAP HANA database we can achieve the greater speed and why. If we use HANA database, how speed is improved using HANA database. So as we discussed, the HANA database developed recently using the latest technologies, and the older version of databases were developed 30 years back based on the technology which they are using during that time. So how do you think the speed is increased and what are the kind of technologies they use to improve that speed? Let us check on that. So in older versions, in older databases, the data is stored in hard disk. And if we see normally in our laptops, how the data is stored, do you know? Like it will be stored in RAM or ROM. In our laptop it will be stored in RAM or ROM. As we have RAM and ROM in any of the electronic devices which we use for storing or reading the data, even SAP databases also work on the same similar kind of function like RAM and ROM. RAM is random access memory, not read access memory. It's a random access memory, and ROM is read only memory. This is random access memory, and the other one is read only memory. So normally when we try to buy a phone or a laptop, so what actually we check? Which has more RAM, and also we check how much we can store in it, and also storage. So RAM is used for speed, and storage and ROM is used for storage. We will tell my phone is normally the laptops we see, like I need one TB storage laptop, and we say my phone is what is the capacities of the phone, 1 GB, 2 GB, or no, sorry, nowadays it is Apple phones or basic Apple phone is 32 GB, 64 GB, 128 GB, like this. So that is a storage, that is wrong. That's a hard disk. And RAM, and also we will check what is the RAM in the phone, or what is the RAM in the computer. So if it is higher, so we can say that the performance of, or the speed of the computer is good. If it is less, the performance or speed will be less. If it is more RAM, the performance or speed will be more. So we prefer to get the RAM which is more, and also the ROM which has more storage space. We will at least try to prefer such kind of devices. The same thing happens in SAP data which is getting stored. So in earlier databases, the data was getting stored in hard disk, but coming to SAP S/4HANA means like a HANA database, they are trying to store the data directly in a RAM. In older databases, as I said here, stored in hard disk. In SAP HANA database, SAP HANA database, it is directly stored in RAM. So which helps in performance or speed. Let us see one transaction, how it works in SAP. So take any of the transaction like F-02 F-02. Okay, so the RAM helps in the speed. RAM helps in speed, means how much fast the transaction has to be opened and how much fast we can switch on between the fields. But when saving, switch on between the fields. But when saving the transaction, data needs to be stored in hard disk. So RAM helps in performing the speed and ROM will be used to store the data. So until now we understand that SIWPCH. So till now we have understand that how the RAM and ROM works. So when we given when we give an instruction in SAP, first the instruction goes to RAM and from there it will go to ROM. But in SAP S/4HANA they have changed the total logic how the data is getting stored. So here they made that the data can be stored directly in RAM. So with the help of latest technology, in-memory computing, they have used, and they can directly store the data in RAM. So if we move on to another advantage, so it is row based storage and row based data storage and column based data storage. So what do you mean by this? So in ECC they were storing the data in rows, which was like they need to read each and every row to figure out the data from this table. So we know, like in earlier versions of ECC like R2, R3 and SAP ERP, the number of fields and number of tables are keep on increasing from from system to system, like R2 system, R3 system, ERP system. From systems to systems, the fields in the table and also the total number of fields and total number of tables are drastically getting increased. If we see in R2, it has only FI and payroll. In R3, it was FI payroll, logistics and more. And again in ERP, FI, logistics and many other modules, PPMM, WM, and all these modules got added in R3. So definitely there will be more fields and more tables included in the latest systems. So as the data is getting stored in row based, definitely it will affect the system's performance. So how the data is getting stored? So all the transactions which posted will be stored in BKPF and BSEC tables. These are main tables. So we will get open line items, from this tables. If they run a query on this tables, it will read all the data in BKPF and BSEC and will find out what are all the line items. It will read the data based on rows. This was the earlier thing which was in R2 or in older systems. So then they figured out, okay, to open line items we can develop a new report only where it can read from only these important fields which are related to open items. Then they have developed FB L1N. In ECC system, as the data is getting stored in row based, that means if we want to generate a report, it will check each and every column of the table and needs to generate the report, which is a time consuming. But in S4 HANA, the data is being stored in column based. That means even though there are thousands of columns, it will take limited amount of time to generate the reports. That is the advantage of row based and column based. So it will take the similar time to generate any kind of report through column based data storage. So that actually improves the performance of generating the reports. So the main issue, the speed is getting improved with latest technology in memory computing, and also the performance is being improved by storing the data in column based. So the data storage was totally changed. The data we are storing is in RAM, directly in RAM, and also in column based. The way they store was totally changed, which helps us in improving the performance and speed of the systems. So compressing the data. Another advantage in S4 HANA is compressing the data. In ECC, as it is using row based, for example, if we take any table, for example, if we take BKPF table, it uses some 20 GB of data to store the information. In ECC. But in S/4HANA it uses only 5 GB as the data is compressed, and also it is column based and it is row based. Here it uses column based and also the data is compressed. So it uses less memory. So it uses less memory, which helps in reducing hardware cost. Wherever required, it will even use row based. Wherever required, it will use row based data storage in S/4HANA when required. When it use row based, but it will use only when required. So let us understand. So before, when we check the challenges in SAP, we see that there was issue mainly with speed. Simple screens they had done with Fiori, and reconciliations it was like simplified processor. They did some simplified processes in the asset accounting, AR and controlling. They mixed up controlling with FI. So because of these reasons, the reconciliations problem has been solved. And with Fiori app, this screen user interface, actually user interface issue was solved, and the speed, as we discussed, the data is getting stored in in-memory computing, and column based data storage and compressed data. And index tables were removed. Index tables, nothing but duplicate tables. Tables were removed. So because of all these things, the speed and performance of the system was improved. So choice of deployment, it is in-premise, cloud, hybrid. So how the speed, we are mainly talking about how the speed was improved. So if we see in traditional system, with traditional database, they were using around 600 GB of RAM. Then when they implement HANA database, it was reduced to 120 GB because of compression, because of compressing the data. When they implement S/4HANA, it even reduced to 40 GB. This is because of removal of duplications. And even they can reduce the memory to 8 GB by just storing couple of years data in RAM. Couple of years data. All other years data they can store it in the all other years data they can store in hard disk. It is not like they can't use the hard disk. For just storing purpose, storing the data purpose, they can use the hard disk. The current available data or recent data they can store it in the RAM for having the reduced memory. So this is how the hardware cost has been reduced, the system performance has been reduced, and user interfaces and it became very much user friendly, and reconciliation problems were solved. Most of the issues in ECC were solved in SAP S/4HANA. So this is what about SAP S/4HANA and how the limitations in ECC was overcome in SAP S/4HANA. Thank you for watching the video, and we will meet in next video with another topic. Thank you so much.